Oh, words, are you going to appear on screen? Okay, there you go. Well, hey, welcome, welcome. It is spooky game nights. Hooray. And yeah, this is admittedly somewhat a confirmation that technology is still working. I was having issues with audio last time, and I really kind of want to dig into why that was happening, but also I don't want to mess with things. Um, this layout. Things fine. We have a live split timer. Don't worry about the live split timer, by the way. Um, that is something I am going to misplace and have a hard time finding tomorrow. Should double check that everything on that is correct. Okay, you're in the delay folder. So, wait, it's going to be a short one. Partially because I don't want to dig out a memory card for an N64 game, which I forgot if this game needed one, and apparently, yeah, it does. And partially because I need to get up early tomorrow to make poor life choices and do a speed run of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, MSQ. I'm shaking my head at why I'm doing this. I don't know. Anyway, well, hey, that's a problem for tomorrow. But I just wanted to confirm that my live splits are actually working, and I'm just going to double check something real quick. So I'm testing chat messages below timer. I have to keep typing to make sure there is nothing in the way of the timer. Okay, good. The other big thing, say how do I just set the timer? I know I can do that. I have forgotten how to do this. Gosh dang it. Start timer at, let's just set it to, I don't know. 20 hours. All right, that fits in that box. Don't mind me. I'm also just confirming plans for tomorrow. Okay. Apologies for the weird night. It's spooky games night, but also it is tech check for tomorrow. Okay, cool. So the start timer thing is under start time at. Let's just set that back to 0. I'm just going to go ahead and start this timer just to have it running so that I can be aware of it running. I have accidentally hit A. Let's start playing a game. Well, hey. Back when Konami made games. This game sure is dark. Also, it should be in 4:3 ratio, but I don't want to mess with things again. Apologies. Forgot this music actually like really good. That scroll sound effect just hit me directly in nostalgia. Like, I don't think it's for this game. I think it's just like in general that scroll unfurling noise. That must have been one of those really popular sound libraries. Oh my goodness. Right C, collect items, etc. Move, jump, attack. Attack 2. Select, change camera, item attack. L's not used. R, there's a lock on? Crouch. Alright. If I were playing on my CRT, I would definitely turn it to mono because my poor CRT does not have great stuff. I hate this music. Sure, we'll go normal. I don't... This character choice matters a lot. I forget exactly why. Like, I don't remember... I know some path stuff changes between these two characters. There's one level I would really love to get to because it's got like some really great visuals that have stuck with me, despite how old and jank this game is. Like, I do not remember this game being any good whatsoever, frankly. I remember it being really just kind of a mess of early 3D attempt. The vibes weren't there. Like, I do not remember this game fondly in the least. But there's some cool stuff. And I don't remember if specific characters... If like, to get to the things that I want to see, I have to be a specific character or not. Or if I have to, like, find a secret exit. because that's another thing, is there are secret exits in this game. It's great. We're playing as Carrie.
Transylvania, in the mid-19th century, the province of Wallachia. In this time of peace and plenty, no one foresees the return of ancient horrors. But the old legends live, and soon the land will again be plunged into darkness. The people have returned to the path of wickedness, and the bonds that seal their evil ruler's spirit are weakening. Deep in his castle, he stirs from a century of enforced sleep. Count Dracula awakes. Carrie Fernandez, a young girl gifted with great magical powers. Sensing Dracula's return, she sets off alone to the Dark Castle. Now she must wield her inherited power in the fight against evil.
Adder Grayson, welcome. Thank you for helping to test Timer Chan up there.
Whatever awaits, I have no regrets.
Yeah, just realized I couldn't actually see my audio output for the Elgato. It was just like, oh god, has audio been coming through at all the entire time? Good news, it has been. Alright, well, we can slide into home. Oh, okay. We have acquired roast beef. All is well. He has breathed his last. A local villager. Oh no, a skeleton. Piglet, there's a rumbly in me tumbly. I require the flesh of the living. God, that stops you. Okay, so there's like a lock-on button, but it stops you moving entirely. Oh, I remember as a kid being like really stuck because I didn't understand hit the door 3 times. Thought I saw an item over here. Oh god. What is this camera? Mess around with these cameras, see which one actually does anything. Alright, battle view camera actually isn't that bad. Sure. Crosses are usually good in Castlevania. Oh, right, that would be a save crystal, but, no saving. Almost might as well be playing Silent Hill with how thick this fog is. Okay. Battle view camera, you're not helping anymore. Ah yes, the sun card, because this game has a day-night cycle. And it actually matters, because there are doors that will be open or closed based off of a time of day. As you might suspect, that is in fact a design choice. This is just a preview of coming attractions sort of space. Okay, so as bad as these controls look like on paper, they're working. It's like, I'm not sure I would call them intuitive, but they're fine. Like, up C for camera stuff, right C. Like, left C is within space of B, which is attack, so it's like having alternative attack on button very close to that. Works out quite well, actually. Mechanism to open the grating. Operate? Not quite yet. First, this torch. Hello, Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. What are you doing here? Apparently I can't pick up more than 2 power-ups. Alright, action view is pretty good. Root. That's it? Just root. Holy water, no thank you. Nope. Cannot pick up upgrades after the first 2. Cool. Good to know. But now we're back stuck on the knife. Never mind. Back to cross. Assuming I can actually grab it. There we go. Okay. It's one of those where up is always climb up. Nothing quite so spooky as old game design. Ooh. Root. The most helpful of signs. I was about to say, and this is, of course, instant death water. I think... Okay, so it's not quite restart from the very start of the game, except in this case it is, because it's, you know, start from the start of the stage. Well, this is definitely one of those things about playing this game without a memory card, which is, of course, you know, how I played it a lot as a kid. Boy. Oh, good. We can skip it. You know, I don't think I ever gave credit to, like, how decent the like, cloth physics are for, like, her dangling bows. Or ribbons, I guess. There he is. I've been wanting to revisit Castlevania 64 for a while, like partially because it's just like I've been for months on like a really long extended Castlevania trip and just like as it turns out, there's a lot of good Castlevania games. Symphony of Night is still, I think, the best of them. At least the ones I've played. I still need to play all of the DS games at some point. Finally got through playing all of the GBA games. And had a good time for the most part. Wrote like 6,000 words of just thoughts as I was going through those. Because as it turns out, there's a lot of like little things about Metroidvanias that really matter. And it's like, why do I like this, but I don't like this? And they're like arguably very similar games. What makes them different? What's really cool about this one that maybe Symphony of Night didn't do, etc., etc. But then I've gone back and like poked around in Castlevania 1. Played through Castlevania 2 like 3 or 4 times in a row. Castlevania 2 is honestly a really good game. Like, I get real annoyed at internet opinions that just seem to be the opinion that exists because somebody said a thing on the internet once, and that opinion was in media that got popular or something. But, like, ultimately, Castlevania 2 is really good. And it's not nearly as obtuse as it's made out to be. It is obtuse. It's old NES obtuse. No, didn't realize we were already... Are we, Max? Must be. But things like the forever quoted kneel at a cliffside for 5 seconds. Like, they introduce that concept, and they straight up tell you, it's like, hey, if you want to... Okay, it's still obtuse because, you know, tiny text boxes and also them trying to be obtuse. There's some text box that's like, kneel by the lake to restore Earth. Which is something that you need to do to, like, make progress in the game anyhow. And that introduces the whole idea of kneeling next to something for 5 seconds to make something happen. So, like, when there's all these very cryptic, and again, obtuse, clues about, oh, there's something hidden at Deborah Cliffs. It's like, okay, yeah, where are, which cliff is Deborah Cliff? But also, like, they tell you to, like, pray. There we go. So they tell you to pray at the cliffs or something. Like, there are a few different hints that are like, hey, cliffside, kneel, pray, something or other. Go to the Deborah Cliffs and live, laugh, love. And they don't explicitly say, you know, kneel like they did before. So yes, it is in fact still obtuse, and it is still NES hard and all of that stuff, but like, overall, it gives you the information. Hello, random corpse I didn't notice before. So that's why that corpse is there, to help mark where you need to jump from. Anyway, Castlevania 2, actually good. Like, legitimately, it's a really good game. It is potentially one of the best, like... It's always hard to say, like, best video game soundtrack of all time. Like, that's extremely subjective. But Castlevania 2 has a ton going for it in terms of the soundtrack. It's like, just like the name entry screen is just this phenomenally weird and spooky track that it lives. Like, that stuff is written in my brain in spooky, like filed under spooky. Hello, more corpses. You are ready. That's good, Will. I am... Maybe. I'm maybe ready. Stream's good. I am ranting about Castlevanias. Because, as it turns out, Castlevania 2 is good, actually. Jury's still out on Castlevania 64. I don't remember it fondly, but I remember it had some, like, cool stuff in it. And, like, honestly, I'm kind of surprised so far at, like, some various, like, early 3D competence. Like, things like these camera angles in the mausoleums are actually, like, really... These are solid camera movements of, like, you can see the entirety of this platform. You can see, like, the entire mausoleum from there. Camera moves to either side. And it's like, it's good, swift, concise camera movements. I have gotten thoroughly turned around here. Boy. Now, theoretically, I can make that jump. If I miss it, we have to start the stage over. I doubt there's even anything good in there. But I regret to inform you, I am a tryhard. Special one, let's go. What does special one do? Who knows? Yeah, just simply make the jump. That's all there is to it. Man, it's the werewolf. It's the DLC character. In case you don't know, Castlevania 64 actually had It had a sequel, kind of. But really, that sequel was just allowing you to play as a werewolf. It's the same game. Like, in its entirety, pretty much. But you get to play as a werewolf. And all he dropped was a cross, which I already have. So that's fine. A little vague statue of not David. Anyway, like, that's the entirety of that game. It's like Castlevania 64 to Electric Boogaloo, you're a werewolf now. Like, we've got crouching, we've got melee, we've got range attacks, we've got homing magic, we've got ledge grabbing, we've got some smooth camera movements here and there. Like, this camera leaves a lot to be desired, but, like, honestly, this is not bad. Historically, yes. If you check the documentary Van Helsing, then yes, werewolves have in fact been quite competent at killing vampires. Oh, hey, we're here. Good if there's falling damage in this game. I really wouldn't put it past him. Hello, skeleton who seems to have fallen to his death. Nope. Oh. Yep, slow drone animation just to make sure that you know you know what you did. Does fire burn? It does not. Alright, let's do it all again. From the top. But my special one. Okay, I will admit, some of this is my fault. That I didn't bother to grab a memory card and figure that situation out. But also, can you blame me for not wanting to go dig up an N64 memory card? Oh, I love nailing a jump and then just sliding slowly off of the platform. Howdy, Kirk. You have missed nothing. So yeah, this is an old game, and it requires a memory card, and I didn't grab one, and I'm kind of suffering for it because you see this glowing crystal over here. If I had a memory card, I could save my progress right now, and I wouldn't have to do that part of the stage over. But unfortunately, I didn't dig up a memory card. So we're just not saving. And if I screw up, then we have to restart the entire stage over. Also, there are instant death water bits in this game, which they make me go over and around an awful lot for a first level. So, you know. Oh yeah, we do need to go for that jump again. We'll do that jump when we get there, Will. Oh, it'll be a fun time. Let's do this jump again. There we go. Like, honestly, this is surprisingly competent for early 3D. Like, as far as I'm aware, first 3D Castlevania. You know, there's some 3D effects in like Symphony of the Night and whatnot, but like not full 3D gameplay. And there's some decent stuff. It's also we expected you to have a memory card for this game, so you don't have one. Okay, well, we can't save your progress, so we just have to restart the entire stage. Ah, yes, Sonic 2 on the Genesis. What a time. Also, for some reason, Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 is here, I guess. And now he's dead, killed by a magical girl. Also, ignore the timer. It's just kind of there for tech check reasons, because that's for tomorrow. And yes, I've confirmed that I can fit, you know, 20 plus hours on that timer, so, you know, it'll be fine. Where was that mausoleum? Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 does go where he wants to go. Realize my zoom is out, so I'm having a hard time reading. There we go, that's better. I can read chat and not entirely strain my eyes. We also have like a mild amount of lighting from the magic, which is impressive. And then we have that nonsense where it's just like, sit there and struggle to pick a thing up. If I clear the stage, I think I am allowed to like restart from the start of that stage. It does not help that the start of this game is actually like really just rough. Like, this game doesn't really stop being hard. But in particular, I do remember like the start of this game is just rough because like we've got this opening forest is like, hey, what if we threw all of these instant death water pits at you? And force you to platform over and around them. Enjoy the first level. And I want to say the second level is like, oh yeah, it's Death Trap Clock Tower, Seath's Fortress Fun Time sort of thing. It's just like, okay. I really should try throwing across at some point. make sure that A works and B is actually a decent item. All right, here we go. Parkour. Parkour. Where's the beef? It's in that torch for some reason. Edge the platform so we have fewer horrible jumps to do. I was really concerned I wasn't going to make that. This ledge grabbing and the ledge grabbing and ledge climbing animations are honestly like really solid. Sure would be nice to save. Note also we are playing on normal mode and with the arguably easier character to play as. Because as it turns out, having homing magic attacks is a lot easier than trying to hit things with a whip. No more deaths, yeah. Perfect run from here on out. Give me the roast chicken. Mmm, delicious coffin chicken. Okay. Here's the situation. You're a vampire hunter. You're off to kill the vampire. You find grave chicken. Do you partake? Gotta have her special one. I don't think this does anything, by the way, without without a memory card. So I think this is just risking for, like, it's risking it for the biscuit, but there is no biscuit. Your magic, I would like to kill the bats, please. Where are you going, werewolf? What are you up to? Got him. Okay. New theoretical. You are a vampire hunter. You kill a vampire and he drops a roast chicken. Do you partake? Oh, to be able to save. I can see what they were aiming for with this camera system, and like honestly, there's some good ideas. All right, place your bets. Do I die on this jump again? I was really worried I was going to continue sliding off again. I'm surprised that you actually know people playing this, Will. This has been, like, it's one of those games, as far as I'm aware. Like, I don't know. I don't really know anybody that thinks fondly of this game. I know that it has the speedrunning community, because it's Castlevania, so of course it's going to. But, like, ah, yes, roast chicken. The plate is badly broken, and the letters are unreadable. Scrawled on the top, lady who blesses and restores. Well, she gave me a roast chicken. Would you eat statue roast chicken? It's one of those games you can stop there. Yep, yeah, that's about right. What did activating that mechanism actually do? This gate's still closed. Was there another gate back this way? Damn. No student game speed runs. Rude. Alright, I think that gate opened this gate, which allows me to get this mechanism, which will open the other gate. I remember Nemesis showing back up here in a sec. Oh wait, there are? Hot dang, Will. Grats. You've made it. Congratulations. Okay, 1 second. other students from the school. 3 speed runs. Congratulations. Hot dang. That's how many there's runs there are submitted of Final Fantasy 14 Realm Reborn MSQ No Road to 90 buff. Congratulations, Will. You can make that claim. Clearly, your student game is as good as Final Fantasy 14. Oh my goodness, it's the giant ape skeleton. Who could have foreseen this? Oh right, there's motorcycle skeletons here now. Alright, well, I couldn't really see what the cross was doing, but it seemed effective. Man, I forgot. He, like, falls apart during this fight. This is actually... Look at that. It's actually, like, cool, neat stuff. Alright, drawbridge is down. Oh no, there's still the portcullis that's closed. What are we going to do? Dan, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a good, nice, relaxing time after all the UFO 50 and Brimstone shenanigans. Oh my goodness, we're trapped in the castle. Okay, so, welcome to, essentially, Sen's Fortress. There would be a save point here, but, you know, there isn't. Can I go back? Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, from what I remember, I'm fairly certain we should restart at the start of this stage. Okay, this key. This is locked. Now we know what's going on. So I think this is our new checkpoint, is start there. Okay, I'm fairly certain fall damage is going to start being a thing. I'm fairly certain I remember falling from way up high in this room in particular and dying. So I think fall damage is going to happen at some point here. I'm sure that challenge run already exists, but sure. Oh, God. There are Medusa heads. I don't know if you saw that on stream or not, but it was very small. There it is. Okay, there we go. Got the bat. Ooh. A little close. Oh, hello. This is, in fact, a camera angle. That's a lot of stuff. Roast beef is the primary food source. Does anybody want to look up what the special one crystal does? Makes us open a grating. Let's open it. I'm sure I'm going to love it. I want to say it's like an outfit thing, maybe? Unlocks hard mode after beating the game. Oh boy! We'll get right to it. Alright, I was trying to get up here in the boss fight and kept getting set on fire. I'm beginning to wonder if they were using like the same sound font as Kingsfield for music. Wait. This character has... We have like full like RP walk walk cycle. We have like slight jog, and then we have like full run. I didn't realize there was like they did go honestly kind of hard. Oh, that would be a save point right there. Skeletons, I am trying to investigate my surroundings. No, we'll stick with the holy water. I remember it being pretty decent. If not now, pretty soon? It is, in fact, not a FromSoft game. Back when Konami actually made games. But also, like, Dark Souls is extremely Castlevania coded. In fact, cannot pick this up, right? Oh, this is a bag of pure useless. Only sand and gravel. Okay. I already have full power up, so... Everybody's favorite game. Is this hole where I need to go, or is it going to kill me? Okay, that is door. Hey, brought me back down here where I still don't have a key, but... Alright. We have a key. Now that I'm not being chased by an exploding skeleton, that was next. You should play Castlevania at some point. They're honestly quite good. And like the various collections of them are solid. I know the one with like all the NES games is... It, at the very least, has save states, or at least, you know, singular save state. The DS ones do have, like, time rollback stuff. Or not the DS ones, the Game Boy Advance ones. Right, I remember that bridge. It killed me so many times. Okay, now the question is, can I drop... I chose poorly. The answer is no, I cannot drop down there. Here we go! So anyway, second stage. Yeah, if you dig Metroidvanias, it's worth digging up the Castlevania Symphony of Night Rondo of Blood I forget what that... I have it next to me. What is it called? Castlevania Requiem. That collection has... that collection has the PSP version of Symphony of Night, which is a little worse than the original PlayStation version. Or you could just, you know, play the original. Yeah, the real spooky thing is old game design and not having a memory card plugged in. It's pretty late on spooks, but it's vibes. Anyway, Sunny Night is like, there's a reason it is such a beloved classic. I did drop down there and break the torch, right? It's like, it's beloved, it's a beloved classic for a reason. If you want, I have a short video that you can watch on why I think that is. It does spoil some amount of the game's mechanics and general secrets and whatnot, but like, the game is old at this point. You have watched it. Thank you. Hooray. Yep, there is fall damage. Or rather, a terminal velocity death. Take 3. It's hard to go back to those games that are 30 years old and still like enjoy all of the surprises and not just be like, this is obtuse and I'd rather look up what's going on. But like overall, it's just a really slick game. And I think the RPG mechanics actually add a fair amount to that game. And it just gives you like a lot of nice little fun goodies that you can have tucked away in corners of the map instead of like key major power-ups. And between it and Super Metroid, it is still my preference of Metroidvania. Super Metroid is exceptionally tight and just kind of, oh man, it is super smart, brilliant design all the way through. It does such an amazing job, like pushing you forward and guiding you along the entirety of the way, but making you feel like it was all your idea and that you did this. That is a hell of a magic trick to pull in game design. Alright. This time we won't be surprised that there's a boss behind this door. Anyway, as I was saying about Castlevania, the Castlevania collection's honestly really good. nice, like, they're nice packages. They I don't know, maybe they could do a stronger job celebrating old design stuff, but it's like they do include a lot of art and they do include a lot of things to like flip through and look at. And that's all great. Hey, look at that. It's fall damage that wasn't lethal. 500 gold tucked away in that sand. Alright, so this was a key. Everything else from here was just kind of a waste of time. So let's go into Death Side of Tower. So there's kind of a continuity, but like none that you really need to care about. Each game is unique enough that you can just jump in anywhere. Castlevania 1 exists, and then Castlevania 2 was like, hey, what if we took the same character and like kind of kept going with stuff? And it's like, it's still Simon Belmont, and now it's Simon's Quest, but it's also like very much Zelda 1 to Zelda 2, where it's like, thanks, Spikes. Yeah, I'll just not worry about that torch. How about that? Since apparently I might not just fall from these rotating platforms. They might just rotate and leave me on the spikes. Oh, that was good. So anyway, how about this level? Oh, wow, that is hilarious. Just the placement of platforms. The, oh no, I fell down and now I can't get back up, and I guess I'll just die. Comedy in the games is only hard if you're trying to make comedy. Otherwise, it's really easy. It's like, okay, so going back to like the Castlevania end, it's like it's had a kind of continued storyline throughout the games, but like, they're always story light enough that jumping in at any point, you have pretty much everything you need. And it's like, there's like a visual gag in Symphony of Night that you might not get fully if you aren't like vaguely aware of Castlevania 3. But it's like a blink and you'll miss it sort of moment. But like otherwise, you know, it's closer to Zelda, where it's just like, yeah, there might be some sort of vague concept of a timeline or something. Aha! I am immune up here. And now we snipe. not immune up here. My hubris. Yep, I died. Oh yeah, the official timeline is like officially dumb and officially means nothing. I'm fairly certain, like I can never find it when I'm looking for it, but it's like in the Hyrule Historia, right next to the timeline, they have a little sidebar that's just like, hey, we made this as a fun thought experiment. But also we'll throw it out the moment we need to for any game whatsoever. We're not going to let this get in the way of development or making a fun anything. So, deal. So yeah, the official Zelda timeline is just like, it's pointless. just completely and utterly pointless. It's like, it's a thing that exists, and it's just like, okay, cool, now kids can, you know, look at this instead of having fun discussions and thought experiments of their own. And they can compare to that, I guess. It's just like, don't bother. just have fun making your own Zelda timeline anyway. Nintendo doesn't care. Neither should you. No. That's death. Miss my jump. Yeah, they just like disconnect things because it's just like, you know what? We don't care. We don't care enough to actually connect this to anything because why would we? We wanted to make fun Zelda games and we made fun Zelda games. See, there is fall damage as well. This is Elden Ring fall damage, is what it is. It's like, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You're going to lose 50% of your health, and any, like, an inch further than that, you're dead. See, that was fall damage right there. Can I just, like, jump up here? Fire didn't hurt before. But yeah, we found the inspiration behind Elden Ring's fall damage. Castlevania 64. You are entirely fine until the 3-inch window where you lose half your health, and beyond that, it's just death. And like, Castlevania, I think, technically has a timeline of its own, but it's like, you know, straightforward and not like time travel shenanigans. It's just like, yeah, here's Belmonts and they fight Dracula, and like one of them on the PS2. I think I have that one actually. I forgot I owned it until very recently. I was digging through games for some reason. I think it was just like taking a peek at things that I might want to play for Spooky Games Night. And it's like, oh right, I did buy this game. And it's supposed to be like the origin story of the Belmont versus Dracula stuff. And it is a 3D Castlevania, which means it's fine. It's like, the really frustrating thing is that, oh god. Ooh. That was close. Several accounts of close. Like, 3D Castlevanias always seem to struggle a lot And then you have Dark Souls, which is it's just Castlevania. Like, it is just straight up. It has so much in common with like the flow and the vibe and just what Castlevania is. It's kind of ridiculous, just like how similar these two things are. But they are also like, you know, Dark Souls comes from Kingsfield. Like, it still has that DNA throughout. And like, Dark Souls is kind of the last point at which it looks like 80% of my health. Look at this jump back animation. Okay, I think we're gonna take a moment once we kill this guy to just like nerd out about some of these animations, because this is honestly like pretty in-depth for early 3D games. But it's like, there is specifically a backwards jump. Or just like a standing jump. There's this really, like, that's a really nice slide and turnaround animation. And like, the spinning's honestly really good too. Like, you can tell that there's like a lot of care put into this game. And it's like, as much as I remember it not being great, and I think a lot of it comes down to just like playing it without a memory card for the most part. So it's like, this is just a rough experience. It's like, the character animators went hard. There's a lot of love there. There's like a lot of thought put into like this whole, you know, hey, fall damage exists. How do we want to handle falling? Having specifically a fall damage threshold and like an instant death threshold. Having this like easier to use alternate character that, like, part of it is also just like, this is stuff that was in other Castlevanias. Like Rondo of Blood has character selection where it's like, okay, you're playing this skeleton. I just took out his legs and he's still up and he's fighting from hips up, but he's not moving because he doesn't have legs. Dark Souls doesn't have that. Congrats on your world records, Will. Alright, we're going into the left tower for the first time. I've never been in this side of the towers before, I swear. I'm not going to bother. We're just going to leave that torch there. Go about our day. That's not good. It's fine. Everything's fine. I was really getting worried about that jump. I just realized those stairs are green. Anyway, Rondo of Bloodhead, like, you can play your standard badass Belmont clan character, or you can play Magical Girl. Oh, them some spooky jumps. Yes, it's night. I don't have to use a moon card. Zomi Umetsu. Of course it's night. Oh, you. Also, thanks for that time check, because I should probably get going off to bed in not too long. Because tomorrow is going to be a very, very long day. Oh my goodness. It's a Castlevania. I think that blob is Dracula. It's him. Is Dracula.
Miserable world. Upstart weakling. All who oppose the Dark Lord must die.
Or not Dracula?
Come, meet your doom.
I'm gonna tell my kids this was Santa. Honestly, solid voice work. We've got another point at which we would be able to save, except, you know. Wham. Alright, so this goes back down and we can go in the front door. But yeah, voice acting? Oh, that's an interesting effect in how they're handling. Oh man, that is fascinating for what they're doing for this texture of a castle. Because it seems like they... Is there any tilt? Looks like it might be tilting. Character is animated while I'm looking at things and making noises. Like, the effect definitely doesn't work once you hit a certain point. Because it's just like, oops, the castle sunk into the sea. But like, for the most part, that's an interesting, like, attempt at parallax stuff. Like, it doesn't... Okay, so, like, you can see it moving and schmoving around out there, depending on where the camera's facing. And like as you turn away, it like really goes. I'm really curious what they're doing there, but it's like it's an interesting effect that almost works, but not quite. That skeleton just jumped a gap. How many games bother to let their enemies jump gaps these days? All right, well, enjoy bed. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bright and early. Well, hey. I don't know if I've mentioned over here, but hey, tomorrow is speedrunning A Realm Reborn, MSQ. Racing against Will. Timer starts when you skip the first cutscene and ends when you finish the last quest of 2.55. So that'll be fun. Yeah, the work that they just put into these skeleton enemies. Like, this skeleton has lost his head, so he can't detect me anymore. He just kind of goes into this corner. So yeah, that's what tomorrow is, and why tomorrow is going to be a very long day. The world record is like 13 hours. And oh god, don't kill the skeletons, run. Well, hey, we made it. Stage 3. Look at those weird titty lions. Oh, right. Hello, hellhounds. Found a bat. Alright. I forgot that this level starts like, look at that man, I'd really like to appreciate that low polygon bat, but we have more hellhounds. Is there... Oh, hello. Oh, man. What is happening? Why did this go, like, all synth? What the heck? I found a hidden platform, apparently. Super secret stealth invisible platform. See, I knew I remembered the holy water being really good for some reason. Would be our save crystal if we were saving. Oh. Here lies the lord of this mansion, or to raise. Wait, you can move while crouched. So, again, with like the animation just kind of going really hard. It's like, if you crouch while running, you do a slide. I'm now also really curious what happens if you do a crouch while like walking. Or like jogging. Skeletons, please. I'm looking at animations. Alright, so let's get the slight jog. Can't crouch while slight jogging. But walking went straight to the crouch walk. And there's a heckin' crouch walk in this game. It looks like there's a pillar there. Like this. Feels like there should be a switch somewhere to raise that. Beloved wife, Mary. Henry. Even until it's up there. It's like there's most definitely stuff up there. Is any of it worthwhile? Who knows? Try the classic Castlevania kneel for 5 seconds. I found a moon card. That's all there is to that grave. All right, we'll move on. But also, Sphinx. That is the word for it. Sphinx. Okay, so it looks like there's a beef up there. Probably a sun and a moon card. Looks like some sort of sub-weapon. I think that's just holy water. That is vibes as hell. That is just an excellent set piece. Like, this camera angle, we've got the god rays coming in through the windows. Torchlight. A hell of a like, this track. I am digging it a lot. Oh, okay, the sun is actually like setting. Look at that. Look at that color change. Gosh, dang. Is a vampire. No, like I'm really impressed coming back to visit this game. Like, I do not remember, like, it's often the butt of jokes because it's like there was, you know, just some real doofy advertisements of, you know, in its day. Of like there's one in particular that is phenomenally memed of like move over 2D games, and it's like showing a picture of Castlevania Symphony of Night compared to Castlevania 64, and it's just like, yeah. this is it. This is low. I think maybe. So it's like, yeah, there is in fact that like really poor choice of things, of just like, oh, look at this stinky old game. It's in 2D. Ew. I found purifying. A stylish sofa. But no, like, this has been like legitimately, like, there's a lot of love put into this game, and like, I'm really like coming back and like this, you know, it's early 3D in 64. I'm really impressed with like the range of animation. If like, I think, how has this looked in widescreen, by the way? Like, this is, I honestly think this is looking better on my stream than it is on my screen directly in front of me, because I'm you know, it's supposed to be 4:3. And I think getting it slightly crunched back down on stream is helping to improve some of the pixel crunchery going on. It's like, I might have to come back to this and like actually plug in. The door's locked. Doors locked from the other side. Dark Souls, once again, stealing from Castlevania. Yeah, it's like old game blurry, but it's like, I think it looks fine on stream. It's a little pixel crunchery for me, being close to a screen that is like full size for it. It's like, if I do come back and stream this, I might look into actually like messing with my aspect ratio and whatnot. Yes, we are going to this level, I think. That is a really nice effect. It's really simple. Like, you can see the edges of the skybox there, but like... But yeah, it's like, coming back to this, is like, I did not have any expectations of this being particularly enjoyable. Like, a carefully tended garden filled with the fragrance of roses. Again, it's like, I did not have fond memories of this game. But also, I didn't play it with a memory card for the most part, so, you know, I've had to do what I'm doing now, where it's like, well, I guess I'll restart the stage. I am appalled. Okay. Is it coming across? Okay, look, so this has like brushstroke effects in this texture. Again, there's just like so much care and love put into this, it seems. And it's like, well, I didn't have fond memories. Like, I don't know, was I just a dumb teenager with bad opinions? Could be. And like, what time is it? I should really be going to bed, but like, this is pretty great so far, and like, there's a lot of stuff to like really love. Is that on Orlando? That looks an awful lot like on Orlando. Yeah, like, it is really weird. Like, it is wild how much your like expectations of games can really set you up for enjoying or hating them. And like, I'm just like, this might need like a full a full not short stream with memory card. Remember to save. Comfortable bed. Like, it might need like a full look. Beautiful paintings. There seems to be nothing useful here. A row of chairs. But like, this track in particular, this track fucks. Oh my goodness. A man. A religious man. Don't move, not even a finger. All right, you appear to be a genuine human. I am Charlie Vincent, the mightiest of all vampire killers. Never mind that Belmont clan. You look like a villager. Are you lost in the forest? Don't treat me like a child. My mission is to save the world from Dracula. Don't talk nonsense. Whose lost sassy child is this? He is not the sort of opponent for an amateur like you. Wait, that's Vincent saying it. He is not a sort of blah blah blah. You presume too much. Speak not of matters that do not concern you. Obstinate Theus. I will give you one more warning. Leave this place without delay. Do you understand? Do you understand? Ah, yes. At dawn, I spied a young woman in the rose garden. Something of this nest of foes. She was calmly tending to roses. Okay, good. You're repeating this so I can read this line. In the midst of this nest of foes. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? It's getting close to dawn. Maybe we go back and. Oh, they are here. They just don't have the intro cutscene. Dang it. I love this enemy design so much. The stained glass knight. We get any better. How about Battleview? How are you doing? Heck. Yeah. Dawn. Did I come in here just a moment too early? Is it not actually dawn? Look at these Resident Evil door transitions too. Like, do I need to be here, like, at the exact moment of dawn? Anyway, there is somewhere in this game, like a proper introduction cutscene for these guys. I love this enemy so much. Like, oh, and that shattering sound. Delightful. And we'll try the Rose Garden one more time and then continue on our way. Oh, that's actually a connected room. This one's an actual room shift. Okay. Now, there's like legitimately a lot that's really impressive about this. And again, like those knights are part of why I'm playing this game right now. Is because I remember them. I remember them being like super cool, and like their introductory cutscene is like just spooky enough. They're so great. They are such a great visual design. Their audio is wild. Hello, Mir. We can break things. I didn't want to pick up the cross, but that's fine. A chair. Did not get over just like how much this looks like Anne Orlando. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this has been like really great to revisit, and like I might need to do like a full proper revisit. Door marker storeroom is lost. Yeah, and actually take out a memory card. So I know I have some it's just like also just a pain to deal with. Look at this ghost. Where are you? Just spoopy ghosts. Punching me in the face, apparently. There's a painting. It shows a garden. So I really don't want to stop playing, but I really need to go to bed, so I'm prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very long day. World record of 13 hours, and most runs are not that. Many runs that are submitted are like 18 hours long, which means it's going to be a very long day. Hello, suspicious golden armor behind me. Seems to be a contract, but it's so hard to read. Pray excuse me, but have you seen a scroll hereabouts? I thank you dearly. This is important to my business. Oh, forgive my rudeness. My name is Renan. I am what you would call a demon. Oh, wait. I am not an enemy. My role is to provide useful items for adventurers to the Dark Castle. Oh, it is shameful for a demon to be working, but one needs gold even in hell these days. Surely we were fated to meet. Whenever the need arises, use the scroll to summon me. Oh, dear me, is that the time? Oh, we have talked too long. Remember, summon me whenever you need. The contract. No, I was expecting that to be, like, something to pick up and use. You require something. I mean, I don't actually require anything, but since you're here... Recovered from poison. Drink to rid the blood of poison. I forgot you can be vampired. Ghost chicken? What? Oh, roast chicken. God, this has such incredibly Kingsfield vibes about it as well. Store all of the things. How's it going, Darknut? Man, like N64 metal textures, I love them dearly. They're just such a very specific visual and vibe. Yes, okay, it does exist. This level, this is another one of those things I wanted to get to, and we'll just dive in just a little bit, because hey, it's these gardens, and these sure are some spooky looking dog statues that seem to be staring directly at me. Sign saying door to the maze, it is locked. Dang it. I don't have a key. was really hoping to show that stuff off. See if we can go track down a key real fast. God, I love those stained glass nights so much. Like, very, very legitimately, it is probably 50% of the reason I'm playing this game tonight. More characters. Help! Oh, this place swarms with demons. You have entered the castle of hell. What's the matter? What has happened? If you value your life, you will flee this place now. Gee. Hey, wait a minute. You smell different from the usual adventurer. Come to me, I will taste your blood. Marked archives. It's locked. Every door is locked. There are no keys. Just locks. Again, with that, like, lighting transition, like... Damn, it's dawn. Where are you? Okay, I think we'll go ahead and leave it here then, since I'm pretty sure what I need to do is be here when the woman shows up. I don't remember, like, the exact specific details of, you know, oh, she shows up at dawn. Does that mean I need to be, like, outside of the room at, like, 5:59 and enter at exactly dawn? Or some such. Oh, man. This has been a really, like, surprisingly fun revisit. I really did not expect to, like, I don't know what I was expecting entirely. I just remember I didn't really love this game as a kid, but also, like, you know, how much of that was, again, because I was just a dumb teenager with bad opinions, which is just factual. That's how things go. That you, yeah, it's her moving around. I'm really curious what your idle animations are, but there's this dang pillar in this room. Yeah, just like what I remember most about this game is just like the kind of awkward jank and like a lot of just stuff that was like, I don't know. I think I found it annoying at the time. But like, this has been really fun, and there's just like a ton of care in this game, and a lot of effort went into making this, and have like the animations have been really pretty incredible, and like the amount of skeleton technology that they have. Like, how many games can claim to have so much skeleton technology? You know, okay, so like here's a thought that just reminded me of, like, Resident Evil 2 Remake got praised so much for all of its zombie technology of like being able to like sit there and shoot a zombie in like the different parts of its body and it will react, and like you can remove limbs and it continues to react without those limbs and keep coming after you if it's still alive and all that stuff. And it's like, well, you know what? Here's Castlevania 64 doing that with its skeletons. Oh, that's wild. Video games for me. Anyway, I need to go get to bed because I need to wake up early and then have a very, very long day playing Final Fantasy XIV. Let me remember that I do have this timer and I know how to stop it and I know how to reset it. And, well, hey. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Kurt. Thanks for stopping by to Will. I'll see him tomorrow. And thanks to Dan for stopping by. Yeah. I think that's most of it. Well, hey. Yeah, tomorrow. Long day. I'll be around. Please don't watch the whole thing. Not in all one sitting, at least. I will be here in all one sitting because, you know, that's the nature of it. All right, I'm going to bed. Y'all, have a good one. Catch you next time. This again, this music here. This reminds me so much of Kingsfield. I think they're using the same sound font. Maybe. I'm really curious. Anyway, this has been a vibe. I'm digging it. I think it might deserve another look. Maybe next time on Spooky Games Night. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Y'all, have fun. And bye-bye. Good night.